Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today's video I'm going to be talking about a deal we have in the shop currently that is very spicy. So if you go into the shop right here, we have a deal here, subscriptions for gold and XP. Now these deals are always very good and I think they're worth it, especially, well, obviously if you can log on every day. These are way cheaper than any of the other gold you can get out there. It will just take a little bit longer. Now this one lasts 14 days here and can get you a total of 3,500 gold and 14,000 free experience for the cheap price of only $3. Now I just wanted to make a video on this because I think this is a fantastic deal right here. I mean, this is something pretty amazing. If we go down here to the other gold sections, something similar to that is going to cost you almost $15. As you can see right here, almost $15 for the same thing. Or, well, $10 right here, because this is actually a bonus here. You get 3,250. $10 for the same amount of gold as you could get something like this. I mean, that's way cheaper. That is much cheaper than anything else. So yeah, I wanted to do this just quick video about this. But actually, the rest of this video is going to be a in-shop review here of the rest of the things that are in the shop. Just a overview of everything in the shop right here. I haven't done one of these in a while. These are fun to do. I think they help people know what to get in the shop currently and all the best deals and everything. But I wanted to highlight that deal right there because of how good that is. So yeah. So starting off with the next thing in the shop we have is the Chieftain Mark 6. This is a 20,000 gold deal for the Chieftain Mark 6 with the legendary camo and all this other stuff here for only 20,000 gold. I think this is a great deal. I got the Chieftain Mark 6 for 20,000 gold when it was at a price like this one time, and I have never regretted that. It's been a great tier 10 premium, a lot of fun, amazing credit earner. You can earn crazy amounts of credits with this tank. I would definitely recommend that. Next up, we have Combat Recon. These are three tier 6 tanks. A tier 5, tier 6, and a tier 7. I had that completely wrong. We have the M4FL10 Poodle and the Matilda BP. Now, personally, I would not recommend this deal right here. All three of these tanks, I will say, also have come in events that were completely free to play. And so there is a high likelihood that you guys have at least two of these tanks. Poodle recently, Matilda BP was also recently, and the M4FL10 was not too long ago, I believe. So you probably already have all three of these tanks. But if you don't, honestly, I would not say this deal is worth it. For 8,000 gold, you can get a much more enjoyable tier 8 premium that is very OP, like an Object 252U or something like that. Matilda BP, it's a coolish tank. It's not really that good. Actually, I enjoyed the tank. I think it's pretty good, but it's just a tier 5. M4FL10, not really too much of a fan of the tank. It's alright, just not that much fun to play. And the Poodle is an okay tank, but it's just a tier 6. So I think this is a little overpriced here, and you probably shouldn't go for it. But if you want these tanks, like you really want these tanks, it's not a horrible deal because there are a lot of other things that come in the package. Next up we have is Fast and Accurate. These are just a few low-tier tanks here, the Light Vic and the T7 car for around $3. If you're a avid tier 2 player, these are not too bad price. I mean, it's $3. Who cares what $3 is going to get you? So if you're an avid tier 2 player, sure, go ahead. If you're anyone else who plays higher tiers, this is probably not going to be the deal for you just because they're such low-tier tanks. And we are going to skip over Bad Company here because there are a lot of those crates and we can go over those later, all of them together. Next up we have is the Mecha Phoenix. Now this is a 5,500 gold deal here. You get the 047, 30 days of premium 500k credits, the Phoenix camouflage, and some other things in here. Now I think this is reasonably priced for 5,500 gold. You get a decent, it's not anything insane, but it does have very troll armor and a pretty nice gun. I think the 047 is a decent tank, plus that nice camouflage, 30 days of premium, and as well some credits. So I think this is a good deal here. You have a, 225 alpha gun, 5.5 second reload, decent mobility, decent armor as well. Next up, we have the Accurate and Rapid Fire. We have the Centurion Mark 5.1 and the T95E2. One of these tanks is amazing, the Centurion Mark 5, and one of them is pretty crappy, the T95E2. Personally, I would not go for this deal just because you'll be able to get the Centurion for a cheaper price, when it's by itself, and you don't have to just take up the load of crap that's the T95E2, so I would stay away from this one for now. Wait until the Centurion is on sale by itself, or better yet, wait for the event that will be the Blitz Cup event. I will have videos on this event soon, hopefully, by the way, but you will, if you want to, you can choose the Progetto, this tank, or the Action 10. You can actually get this tank for free if you do that event, so I would wait, hold off on that deal right there. Next up, we have the turtle spelled with turd in it. As you can see right here, for 15,000 gold, you have the Turtle Mark 1 3 mystery containers and the legendary camouflage. I would not go for this deal right here. The Turtle Mark 1 really isn't anything special, and for 15,000 gold, I would just not go for that deal right there. That is too much gold. Maybe if it was like 10,000 or 8,000, I would go for it, but that's just too much right there. Also, I'm going to skip over the LT432 containers. We'll go over all the containers in a little bit here. Next up, we have the Flare Pass. This is just the Battle Pass. I'm sure most of you have already bought the Battle Pass, so I'm not really going to go over that. As well, that's just the regular Battle Pass right there. But if you haven't and you want the Battle Pass, you can still buy it. I would not go for the Flare Pass, though, just because, unless you really need to get the levels now, just because it's another 15 bucks for stuff you can just wait a few extra days to get. I really don't find much reason in that. Next up is we have the PZ4S and as well the M4190 Cruel Twist. These are season coins though, so for these, if you're playing season coins, obviously that's obvious, get them if you do play in season coins. Next up, we just have some resource deals here. We have already went over that. That was the beginning of the video. We just have all this gold deals right here, special gold deals right here. I would not get these gold deals right now unless you have already bought gold, because currently gold is still, you can still get double the gold for the same price unless you have already bought that gold, because it's only one of those deals. So if you have not bought these golds, don't go for it, because you can get double the gold for the same price. And if you have and you want the gold, these are kind of ones where kind of no-brainers, because you might as well go for it. Hold on one second. You might as well go for it because it is the same price. But if you have not bought those double ones, don't go for these. And that goes for all these. And then we have the premium time right here, which is just regular premium time price with a few extra boosters, so that's kind of a why not right there. And that is pretty much it. Or actually, we do have basic kit right here, starter bundle and stuff. These things, I think, are the same amount of gold, and you just get premium time with that. I would have to check that, but if they are, that's not a horrible deal as well. But of course, gold is double, so if you want a bunch of gold, you might as well just get the double gold. I think that is less gold, though. I'm not quite sure. Alright, now we get to all just the tanks right here, and we have single tanks. I'll go over all the ones that I have not gone over for singular purchases. We have the Poodle right here. I'm sure most of you have this tank already since it was a free tank, but if you don't, for 4,500 gold, that is not worth it. That is too much money. Next up, M4FL10 for 3,500 gold. You know, this is a hard one. I'm not the biggest fan of this tank, but there are some people who are, and it's not the most expensive. So if you are a fan of auto reloader tanks and those low alpha clippers at tier 7, this is probably a pretty good deal. And if you're not, it's probably not. Matilda BP right here, it's kind of the same thing. If you're a fan of playing tier 5 and you like those quick firing guns, it's not a horrible deal, but for most other people, I probably wouldn't go for it. Alright, next up we have here the Centurion Mark 501 Dingo. Now this is the tank, like I said earlier, that is great, and you have it separately for 10,500 gold. And I did not realize this right now, that the T95E2 is just 2,000 extra gold. So actually, if you were to buy this bundle, that is definitely worth it for only 2,000 extra gold to get that. Oh wait, unless you buy the 8,500 gold one, then it is not worth it for 4,000 extra gold. But, like I said, the event is coming up soon, and if you want the Centurion Mark V more than those other two tanks, just wait for that event. But if you don't, but you also want, like the Progetto or the Action 10, but you also want the Mark V, you should go ahead and probably go for this deal right here. This isn't horrible. 8,500 gold is not a bad deal for such a good tank. Alright, next up we have... Actually, that is it all. That is all of the premium tanks that are for sale right now and everything. Yeah, these are just the regular things that are here. I'm not sure why the IS6 is now 7,600 gold. They upped these prices when they removed the other ones. Dang, they should not have done that. These are too expensive now. Wow. All right. But yeah, that is everything in shop review. A little highlight on that subscription deal as well. I hope this helped you know what to buy out in the store and everything. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.